Hello and welcome to Ruinarch. This is a preview build, and also if you go to the Steam store page through the link in the description, you can also download a demo, which is potentially going to be relatively similar to this. Anyway, Ruinarch is a simulation sandbox game in the form of RimWorld and Dwarf Fortress, and it's kind of like a story generator where you can create all kinds of different scenarios and situations that are going to be interesting every single time you play. Anyway, let's start a new game. You can play as 3 different Overlord archetypes, but of course, because this is going to be an early access, they're going to be developing all of that as time goes on. I've already played the tutorial through most of it, at least, so I kind of know exactly what's going on. And basically, the whole thing about this game is to create as much mayhem as possible and to try and create interesting situations. And your main goal, actually, your main objective as the evil overlord is to wipe out a nearby village. And they act very similarly. If you've ever played RimWorld, they act very similarly to the colonists on RimWorld. They have their own AI. You can do basically anything you want to them, and that is including bombarding them with meteors if you so desire. But of course, that's a bit too straightforward for us, isn't it? It's a bit too straightforward. So what I'm actually going to suggest we do instead is we become the puppet master. And as far as I am aware, in this preview build that I have access to at the moment, that is the main archetype that we have access to. So let us reconfigure. You can actually regenerate the world if you so desire. I don't think we can do that at the moment, but this is perfectly fine for me. So what we're going to do is we're going to configure the loadout. You can see that there's a menu up here with spells, demons, monsters, intel, and villagers. I'll go through all of that as the video progresses, but this is the first thing that you can select here. So as you can see, we are playing as the puppet master. Pull the strings from behind the curtain and let the world devolve into chaos without lifting a finger. Now, in this game, you can create zombies, you can cause a zombie apocalypse to occur, you can abduct animals from the world and then breed them with demons and create evil monstrosities that will attack the nearby villagers. You can brainwash villagers into being cultists, and those cultists can subtly work behind the scenes. You don't actually directly control them, but they will give you special actions to be able to use against the village itself. And you can poison things, you can steal various items, and you can frame other villagers so that they've indeed thought that the other person has stolen that item from them, and so on and so forth. It is actually kind of amazing how many options you have here. And this is just the preview build. I can only imagine what is going to be in the game as development continues. So as you can see, we can actually select some spells here. I don't really know what to go for. I'm thinking maybe Locust Swarm. This seems pretty cool actually, because it eats everything edible in its path. That might be kind of good. Manifest Food. This spell produces a pile of food out of thin air. Use it to lure characters. Oh, I'm seeing something here. I am actually seeing something here. Okay, we're going to go for Locust Swarm, and we'll go for Manifest Food. And then you also have Afflictions. Now, Afflictions, what you can do with these is you can afflict, obviously they're afflictions, you can afflict various villagers with additional traits, and usually they're going to be negative traits. So for example, let's say that you frame someone of stealing something, and they haven't actually done that, okay? So they're innocent, they're completely innocent, and you frame them by stealing the item yourself and placing it in someone else's house. And then you pick up that villager and you put that villager into that person's house, and then they realize that their item has been stolen. Now then, if you afflict the person that you're framing with kleptomania, then they're going to go around and attempt to steal other things, and it is going to just devolve into utter chaos between those two people, or between the entire village, basically. And villagers can attack each other. Do bear that in mind. They can attack each other. All right, so what other demons do we have available here? So we have, yes, so we have a number of demons as well. We have Lust Demon, which is a non-combatant with a special utility. When spawned, it will immediately cast a spell that will apply a temporary debuff on all nearby villagers to significantly reduce their mood, and it will immediately despawn afterwards. However, you have another kind of demon, which is an invasion demon, and these are pride demons right here. It's a strong ranged magic user that deals electric damage, can be summoned to invade villages in the region it was spawned. So that will literally go and actively try and find enemies to fight. You also have a greed demon that also does the same thing. This is another invasion demon. We have a number of other things here. Ensnare all villagers. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Tough melee magic user that deals ice damage, can be summoned to defend an area or structure. Now, here's the thing. You are not all-powerful. You do have the ability for villagers, if they find out where your base is, they will run back to their village and tell the remaining villagers that there is something going on, something evil in the area, and they will form an attack force to try and take you down. So there is chance for you to be eliminated as well. I think we're probably going to do a Wrath Demon, and then we'll do a Gluttony Demon. Why not? We'll do those. Then we also have structures. You can build these structures in the game world, and these all do different things. You'll see what they do when we actually get in the game. And otherwise, you have these miscellaneous things where you can basically just do stuff. So you can seize villagers, you can seize monsters, that's basically picking them up. Also objects, same thing. Agitate, this is going to cause monsters to go into a state of frenzy and will then attack nearby villagers and things. Then you also have Trigger Floor, which basically immediately activates, as you can see right here, a villager's negative trait. So you can choose from a villager's list of traits and all that stuff. So why not? Let's just go in and see exactly what's going on here. Okay, so this is our base, and for those of you that have played RimWorld, this is very, very familiar to you. However, it plays extremely differently. Oh yes, very, very differently indeed. All right, so you may see these two values up at the top here. This is mana, and this is threat. Once threat reaches 100, as you can see from the tooltip right there, problematic things will happen. Characters will literally start actively attacking your structures if they don't find you before that. And otherwise, we also have mana. Now, anytime you are able to force or indeed coerce or persuade or corrupt a villager into performing some kind of criminal act, you will gain mana as a result of it. All right, so the game is currently paused. What are we going to do first? Well, where are my areas here? Okay, so we're going to build something first. So it would probably be a good idea. We're probably going to build an eye. Building an eye is a very good idea at first, because what that's going to do is that will enable you to spy on the enemy. Well, technically the enemy are a bunch of villagers that aren't really evil, but, you know, let's have a look-see at some of them, shall we? Let's have a look at Michael and Velma, okay? So they're probably married. I would assume that they're probably married. So let's have a look at the info here. So as you can see, it basically shows you all of their HP, it shows you their combat strength, their speed, their race, location, and so on and so forth. And you also have traits here. Now, here we go. This guy is lustful, so we might be able to make a little bit of an advantage about this. And let's have a look at Velma as well. Okay, so she is actually apparently unattractive, which is actually not very nice, but there you go. She's also a poison expert. Okay, she can extinguish poison clouds. So if I were, for example, to use my spells and actually have poison spells here, which I do not at the moment. By the way, spells have interesting interactions as well. So for example, if you summon a rainstorm on a particular area and then use a lightning bolt, it will literally electrocute everyone in that area. Of course, that is not going to instantly kill them because villagers are much harder to kill than that, but it is still a fun thing to do. Although, very straightforward, and personally, I don't really like the straightforward way of doing things. I like the Puppet Master way. So what we're going to do is we are going to afflict Mr. Michael with unfaithfulness. And what that will do is it will make him unfaithful and may flirt and develop affairs, even if they already have a husband or wife. And that then leads us into the psychopathy trait as well, which I will be going over in just a second, but I'm going to be just selecting this first, and there you go. So we have now afflicted Michael with unfaithfulness. So let's actually see whether he is already having an affair. He is not. Okay, so that's good to know, because that means that we have sown the seeds of discord already, and we're going to see what's happening here. So he's already actually an enemy of Lily. Apparently she's a human peasant. He is a human noble. So shall we try and find where Lily is? I would assume, there she is over there. Okay, this might be intriguing now. Okay, so let's see if I can do something about this. Okay, so Yates is her husband. We might want to afflict her with something as well. Now, there are numerous other afflictions that you can select. I believe that in the tutorial you actually get given vampirism, so you can create vampires and they can go around sucking people's blood and all that stuff, and then the other villagers will rise up and try to kill them or apprehend them, or whatever the case may be. But for the moment, I don't think we're really going to be doing anything with Lily here. We're basically just going to be leaving her the way she is, although she might have, she is also lustful, which is actually kind of interesting. It might very well be the case that we just want to see what Michael does for the moment. Now, what we're also going to do is we're going to go over to the build menu here. Where is my... there we go. I think the game might actually need a minimap. I don't think I can see a minimap right now, so it might need one. But obviously, early access, there's always time to add those kinds of things in. But maybe it's not even necessary. Maybe it's just me. Anyway, let's go into the build menu here. We want a kennel. Now, a kennel, what that's going to do is that will allow you to breed demons. So basically, what you can do is you can pick up a what is this? This is a succubus. Interesting. Okay, I think I might like to do this. There we go. My threat level has increased. We do have to be a bit careful about that increasing any further, but what I'm going to do is I will take the succubus, and because I want to make demons, I'm going to put it in here, and then we are going to breed the monster. There we are. Okay, so then we should be able to do that, and hopefully... Wait a minute. Is that actually working? Wait a minute. Oh, wait. What is happening here? Look at this. Look at the... Oh. Okay, so Olga is assaulting this monster right here, which is actually just a pig. So we don't really need to worry about this. I don't think anything's really going on here. But that's the thing. Every single time something happens, you will gain some mana from this. Just look at this. You just click on this little eye, and then that will give you intel. And then you can use this intel to tell other people what has happened. So, for example, Holly flirting with Terence, and then Terence flirting back. Let's see what Holly's all about. Does she have a husband? That's what we want to know. She does. Oh, never mind. She's actually married to Terence. So it seems to me like they are having a perfectly wholesome relationship. No problem at all there. And this news really doesn't do anything for us at the moment. Oh yes, don't worry about this. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over here and we are going to trigger Floor, and we are going to trigger his unfaithful trait. So let's have a look. We're going to force him into being unfaithful at this point, and we're going to see, look at that, there we go. Michael flirted with Kara, and Kara flirted back. All right, so let's see what kind of relation she has. She actually has a husband. Lander is not yet in this region. Oh, okay, so he's not even here yet. But Velma, as you can no doubt tell, is an enemy of Kara. So what we're going to do is we're just going to accept this intel, and then we will be taking the intel, and we will be clicking on this, and then letting Velma know that that is exactly what happened. Boom. She is now enraged and betrayed at Michael after receiving the new information, and now we will see what she decides to do with that information. Oh? she's just gonna stand idly by the looks of things. Michael had an argument. Okay, Michael had an argument. Okay, but is that it? Okay, well that didn't actually work out as intended. I actually was anticipating something a little bit more dramatic to happen. Aha! Ooh! The succubus Sandander has disguised itself as Holly and is planning to do something naughty. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so there she is. She is going to woo Marvin. Ooh, now this looks fun. Okay, this is going to be cool. I actually wonder whether I should drop my succubus relatively close to the village as well, because I do have one, so it might make sense for us to do that. Let's actually have a look and see. Okay, so she's going up there. Okay, yeah, so there are various quests that you can also do, and these quests will indeed give you various tips about what you can do and everything. And this is about basically stealing the items and then placing the item in someone else's house. And that is probably going to be quite interesting for us. So let's see whether something will happen with Sandander here. This is going to be very interesting if it works. Oh, is that Marvin right there? Yes, that is indeed Marvin. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, okay. It's going to... Oh, she's going to woo Michael. Okay, okay, here we go. We've got some drama going on here. We've got some drama going on because who knows what's going to happen here. Had a warm chat with Sandander. Holly flirted with Terence. Oh, well, okay. Yes, we know that. Thank you very much. That's not real news. Sandander invited Michael for some private times, and Michael accepted. All right, so let's see what happens. Let us see what happens here. This is going to be very intriguing because I don't think I've ever seen this happen before. Okay, so there you go. Sandander made love with Michael, and he was seduced by a demon. Oh, he's dead. He's dead. Right. Okay, well, that's good to know, isn't it? Okay, so who was Michael in a relationship with? We have no idea. Apparently he actually he actually got divorced. I think he might have gotten divorced actually. Well, that's interesting. I think it was Lily, wasn't it? Or Velma. No, wait a minute. It was Velma, wasn't it? Okay, so there's Velma right here. So let's see. Yeah. Yep. As you can see, yes, ex-lover he is now known as, but he's dead. And as you can see, we now have 8 villagers remaining, and that's exactly what we want. All right, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to do this. Boom. Seemed resentful at Michael after receiving the new information. All right, so then what is Sandander going to do now? Let's have a look. Okay, apparently not. Apparently no one understands. No one understands what's going on. Kara has successfully pulled out the Excalibur from its stone and has become a powerful hero. Oh dear. Okay, this might be problematic. Blessed villagers are protected from your powers. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so Velma is actually an enemy of hers. So she's a human hero. So Lander, which unfortunately is still not... No, he's not in this region, unfortunately. So I can't do anything with him, which would potentially provide something for us. So Velma is going to be someone that we will be doing something to here. And what we're going to do is we're going to afflict her with psychopathy, which turns a villager into a serial killer. And we're going to see whether we can do something about this. So we can choose the victim type and description as well, which is actually kind of amazing. So what we're going to do is we are probably going to have her kill other women or men. That's the thing. I don't know. Because, I wanted to kill Kara. That's the thing. I would like her to kill Kara if at all possible. So let's see whether we can do that. Hero? Can we literally... Wait a minute. Okay, so... Trait? Oh dear. Okay, yes, I have no idea. Ooh, I could... Oh, no, I can't affect her with anything, can I? No, I can't affect that other one with anything. Okay, so I guess human. all female humans. All female humans will be hunted now by Velma. Okay, so let's trigger her psychopath trait. Boom. Wants Kara to be her next victim. All right. That is what I'm looking for. That is what I'm looking for. Thank you very much. Okay, here we go. Here we go. What is she going to do? What is she going to do? She is she's going to knock her out. Lily is carrying Michael out and going to bury him. Look. There he goes. Look. Oh, she's sleeping. Okay, what's happening? What's happening? What happened? She knocked her out and restrained her. Okay, she's going to drop Kara in the outskirts of Sunday, which is obviously our town name at the moment. Okay, let's do this and do this. Okay, this is going to be intriguing. I want to see what happens. Okay, come on, Velma. Okay, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Okay, this is very interesting. This is extremely interesting. Okay, so I'm actually just going to click on this faction here just so that you can see exactly what factions are all about. Basically, it's just a group of characters that belong together. It has a single faction leader, several sets of ideologies, and so on and so forth. And now you can open its overview tab. So we have Nezoran. Nezoran is the human faction here. You can open the overview, which provides you with basic information about its leader and so on and so forth. And then you can also see the relations that they have. They are generally peaceful, they are divine worshipping, and so on and so forth. And then you have the members of this faction as well. This is all extremely useful information because then you'll be able to know exactly who's who and what's happening here, and who you need to eliminate, and maybe their weaknesses as well. And there you go, we have a settlement. This is the only settlement that they have at the moment. And then, of course, you have the logs, which will show you basically everything the faction is doing, but nothing really to worry about here. Okay, click on a Chaos Orb. Oh, yes, here's a Chaos Orb. Nice. Now we gain more mana. There we go. You start a playthrough with limited amounts of mana. The primary way of gaining mana is by finding Chaos Orbs. These are mana-filled orbs that are produced by villagers whenever they perform criminal acts. They also produce these when they cry, so try to make them miserable. That is exactly the aim of the game, of course. So let's exactly see what's happening here. This is interesting. So you can also apply poison to objects as well. So it might very well be the case that I might want to poison this healing potion. I'm going to poison this healing potion here. Oh yeah, there we go. If they want to use that healing potion, bad things are going to happen. Okay, so let's have a look and see what Velma is doing. Lily is mocking Michael, apparently. Which I think is kind of hilarious because I think she just buried him, didn't she? Where is he? He's there. Yes, yes, tombstone used by Michael. Okay, so yeah, she mocked him, which is actually kind of hilarious. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to seize this object and I am going to be placing it in this person's house. Oh yeah. And then we're going to be picking her up in just a second when she wakes up. We're going to be picking Lily up and we're going to be putting her at this house up here. And then she will see that that has been stolen, and then we'll see what happens. So let's see what happens here. Velma killed Kara in a psychopathic ritual, and Kara is now dead. And there is Excalibur. I cannot actually... Wait a minute, I could poison this. Poison. Oh, yeah. Okay, now I'm hopeful that if Velma picks up Excalibur, she will become poisoned. And... Oh, no, never mind. Okay, apparently she's just running off. Okay, so that's actually fine, because I'm actually just going to pick up the item then, and I'm going to take it over to my base, because I don't want anyone to use this. So I'm actually going to be placing it in here. No one can get in there, or at least I hope not. I hope no one can get in there. Okay, so adds one charge of the current monster to the player's monsters list. Well, I actually have a succubus right here, so I can place the succubus anywhere I want, which is actually quite nice. So let me see. Shall I place one? I'll place one round about here. And then what I'm also going to do is I will pick up another monster. A spider. Ooh, that seems nice. Okay, so let's take that and place that here. And Marvin is assaulting guitar? Reason suspicious object. Okay. Really? Really, Mr. Marvin? What are you doing, sir? Okay, so now here's the thing. We now have the information that Velma killed Kara. We know exactly what happened there. So now let's see what happens. Let's speed things up a little bit and see what happens. Oh, no, never mind. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, something happened. Apparently something happened. Apparently the guitar was destroyed. Apparently Marvin destroyed it or something like that. I'm actually not sure. All right. Well, that's fine then, I guess. And we have archery targets here. Okay, Olga, what are her relations about? Okay, so I'm thinking we're probably going to try and make her... These are recharging. Okay, so it's going to take a bit of time to recharge. I'm thinking we'll probably try to afflict her with unfaithfulness and try to get her to have an affair with Terence. Because Holly and Terence might be kind of difficult to deal with. Holly is actually the leader of the faction, so if we could afflict her with something, that might be kind of good. We might be able to give her the plague, but I'm a bit worried about that, to be honest, because I'm not entirely sure if I can really control that much. Does she have any negative traits? No. She is actually fireproof, though, so if you did want to use fire, like meteors or something like that, it would be impossible to kill her with that. Okay, let's see what happens then. Okay, so Velma... Is Velma dead, actually? No, she's just sleeping on the ground. Oh, okay. Okay, so let's see if I can do something about this information. Okay, what about making... Okay, here we go. I'm actually going to give her some intel. I'm going to give her the intel that Velma... Oh, actually, do I even want to tell anyone about that? I might not even want to tell anyone about that, to be honest. I think we're probably just going to leave it the way it is, because Velma is going to hopefully continue killing villagers as much as possible. So we'll see what happens with that for the moment. And otherwise, we're just going to breed a monster here. There we go. We gain something. A giant spider. Grows and multiplies over time. Sounds good. Okay, so let me see if I can... Maybe I can place it in the little house here. There we go. Michael's home. Okay, that's going to be kind of interesting. Okay, let's see what happens. Because I'm just going to leave it round about here. And we're going to see if... I mean, I can always seize the monster if I want to. Let's see what the spider does. Because I want to see what the AI decides to do with it without me actually doing anything. Ooh, Velma wants Lily to be her next victim. All right. Lily cried, reason sore, dead Kara. Yeah, okay. Well, that's fine. I mean, you know, that's okay. You know, there's more chaos orbs for me, thank you. Okay, so no one knows that she was killed by Velma, which is going to be interesting. I can only imagine the amount of things that you can potentially get later on down the line. You know, spells. Basically, the amount of spells that are available are literally basically unlimited, I would say. Wouldn't you say that? Yeah, probably unlimited. Anyway, I'm going to actually summon some locusts here because I want to see if we can maybe get them to eat all the food in the area. We could lure them with some food, actually. Maybe we want to do that. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. But what I would like to do... Let me see here. Gonna pick up the guitar, I think. We're gonna seize this object, and then we're gonna place it here. And then Holly is going to be seized and placed here. And now she should see the guitar? Oh, apparently not. They're carrying a terror because they saw a locust swarm. Okay, now they're coming in. They're coming in. I actually wonder what's going to happen here as a result of this. Okay, what about Marvin? We might be able to do something with him. Let me see if I can afflict him with something. Who's Marvin actually related to here? He does not have any wife or anything like that, so shouldn't really have to worry too much about pretty much anything in terms of unfaithfulness. So I'm thinking we'll probably turn him into a werewolf. Let's do that. Okay, Rose is assaulting my spider. How is that going? Is that going well? I mean, my spider is alive. Oh, there we go. Velma and the spider are attacking each other. That's actually not good because that means that I wanted Velma to continue attacking, but I could technically seize my spider right now and save it, which I think I will do. And then we will just place it back here. Hopefully it can restore its HP. I actually want... No, never mind. Died from poison. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry about that. Okay, so we can, again, breed some more monsters. And then we can get another succubus. Oh, look at this. We have some small spiders here as well that are also active. That's pretty cool. Okay, so let's place... let's place a succubus round about here. Oh, wait a minute. What's going on here? Oh, yes, a succubus for some private times, and Terrence accepted. Oh, wait a minute. We've missed a lot of stuff. We've missed a lot of stuff that has happened. Okay, so where's Terrence? Is he alive? Yes, he's alive, but he actually declined to go with the succubus, which I suppose is a good idea for him, because otherwise he probably would have died. I'm going to seize this antidote, actually, because it seems like they used an antidote to cure themselves of the poison that was on the healing potion. So I'm going to poison it again. I am going to poison it again. And Marvin has transformed into a werewolf, or into a wolf of some kind. So let's actually have a look at that. Where's Marvin? Where are you, Marvin? There he is. All right. So now he is a wolf ravager, and he is indeed roaming. So I'm going to agitate him. Oh, yeah. Go, go, go. Go, Marvin. Kill all the enemies, or technically your previous villager friends. Yes, let's do this. He's going to kill Terrence, hopefully. He's doing damage. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's doing a lot of damage. Go on, Marvin. You can do it. Oh, my. Yes. Mayhem. Utter mayhem. And now, look at this. They killed him. Holly killed him, and now we can maybe afflict her with something like plague, because they're all very close to each other. So why not? Let's trigger... Oh, okay, apparently there's no floor here. Holly flirted with Terrence, and Terrence flirted back. Well, that's absolutely fine. Okay, so... Oh, he's blessed, apparently. How is he blessed now? I'm actually wondering what happened to him. He's treacherous. He's an unworthy backstabber. Oh, what? Okay, we cannot touch this one. He's apparently blessed by the divine, which is a bit problematic. Okay, so Holly has the plague now, which is very good. Oh, yes. I should probably also do something else. Okay, so what we're going to do is I am going to build something new. We're going to be building a defiler. Oh, yes. Now, you know what a defiler does? It turns people into cultists. So, what I'm going to do... Okay, Holly has contracted the plague. Rose is curing Holly's illness. No, I'm sorry. That's not going to happen. Thank you very much. You will be brainwashed. Oh, yes. Okay, so we can now click on the room. Brainwash. Boom. Cultists are secretly aligned with your cause. They won't be under your control for the most part, but they will perform special actions to assist you. You can also instruct them to place traps or poison other villagers. You can also transform one into an abomination. All right, so that's going to work out quite nicely for us, and we'll see how that goes. Olga, what is Olga doing right now? Oh, okay, apparently, apparently Olga has gotten captured by my spiders, or by some spiders. I'm not in touch. No, these are my spiders down here. They don't seem to really be doing anything, hilariously enough, but these other spiders have captured Olga, and they are now eating her. Where she is. So she's probably not very pleased about that, so let's just say that. And we're going to see what else happens now. Alright, so Holly still has the plague. Oh, she's having septic shock because of the plague. Okay. Okay, yep. Oh, is she dead? Terrence has contracted the plague. Olga was killed by one of those random things. I can now raise the dead, by the way, as well. So we're going to be raising the dead, and boom, Holly is now a zombie skeleton, and Terrence is now having some problems. Oh yes, he is running. Go, Terrence, run! Run for the hills! And he's actually having a mental breakdown now. Wow, Holly is super powerful as a skeleton, eh? Yeah, very, very powerful indeed. Yep, Terrence is going to die. He's done. There you go. Human meat. Really? Poison it. Poison the human meat, just in case. Holly found her new home at Cave 96. And Velma is still alive, hilariously enough. And Lily and her are basically the only two villagers remaining. So I'm actually wondering what is going to happen with Velma here, because I can trigger her psychopath trait, and I would assume that she is going to probably go after Lily in just a second. What's she actually doing right now? She seems to be in combat. Oh, with my spiders. Oh. Well, if that's the way it's going to be, then that's the way it's going to be. Where's Lily, by the way? Where has she gone? I do not see her at the moment. Let's actually have a look. Okay, so there's Lily. She's gone. She's coming down here. She's going back to her home. All right, well, I can afflict her with basically anything we want. So I guess hot-headed. We'll try and make her panic a little bit. And, well, technically what I could do, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take Rose, and look at this. You can poison neighbor, you can transform into an abomination, you can do all kinds of crazy stuff. And we're actually just going to be placing her back round about here. And we're going to see what happens here. Seems like Velma is going to get killed by that. Rose is going to extract a water flask from the water well. Interesting. Okay, so as you can see, all of these people are... Oh, Velma is actually restraining her. Oh, that's hilarious. Did you see that? She's like, what? Okay, that is crazy. That is so funny, because Velma was fighting those spiders, and then she's just like, no, gotta kill Lily. Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Okay, so technically I could transform Rose into an abomination right now, so I might do that just to literally see what happens. But as you can see, Lily is now... Lily became the faction leader, hilariously enough. Velma has been accused of a serious crime, but no one is around to care. And Lily... actually, Velma is now sleeping on the ground, and I suppose the best thing that we can do is turn Rose into an abomination, and boom, abomination is going to be doing something here by agitating, and then we are going to literally be having the abomination run around. I would like her. I like her to go over here if at all possible. Oh, she's roaming. She's going the wrong way. There we go. There we are. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Okay, who's gonna win? Who do you bet? It seems like Velma is going to win. Her combat experience is just insanely through the roof right now. Pretty crazy. Okay, so, yeah, basically what I can do is I can zap them. Boom. They're now on the floor. And I can now use a meteor. Boom. And there's the meteor. It destroys everything in sight. That is actually hilarious. Okay, so what we could do is an electric storm. And a tornado. And yeah, Velma is having some issues. You managed to wipe out all the villagers. Congratulations. Thank you for trying out the demo. There you go. So it is, in my opinion, one of the craziest, coolest games that I've played recently. And I very much enjoy this kind of game. I love RimWorld. And I love Dwarf Fortress, even though I don't actually understand the game because it is so incredibly deep. And I'm hopeful that Ruinarch will also have a relatively deep meta game to the whole thing. And, well, you can quite clearly see the potential here is crazy. So I can't wait. I really cannot wait. So if you'd like to check it out, there's a link in the description that will take you to the Steam store page. You can download the demo, you can wishlist it, and have a whole bunch of fun being an evil overlord. And the early access launch is scheduled for August 25th. Not too long to wait. That's pretty good. All right. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.